Good morning and welcome back to Sun Upon 7. And we have another initiative here, and we're here joined with three persons, all from different organizations here, promoting one thing, and that's education. So let's take them one by one. We have Miss Natalie Augustine, who's from the Port Alternative to Violence Project President, Port AVP.
Yes.
How are you doing this morning, Miss Augustine?
I'm doing fine. Good morning.
All right. So we also have Mr. William Dawson, who's the Director of Behavior Modification Unit at DYS and the chairman of the Leadership Intervention Unit. How are you doing, Mr. Dawson? Good?
Thanks for having us.
All right. We also have Mr. Marcus August, who's the Information, Education, and Communication Officer at NCFC. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Welcome all. So we're here discussing the upcoming event, the Port AVP Innovators Spelling Bee. So let's get into that, Miss Augustine. This is your baby, no?
Yes, it is.
All right.
All right. The Spelling Bee competition, the Port AVP Innovators Spelling Bee, it will be held this Friday at the Jane Usher Playground. We start at 9 a.m. in the morning, and the Spelling Bee competition is set up in two categories, right? We have category 8 to 11 and 12 to 16.
Okay.
And so, will it be, starts at 9 a.m., so how long is this event?
It's a whole day event from 9 till about 3.
Okay. Great.
And we will be out there engaged in different activities throughout the day.
Also, it's not just the spelling bee. We're going to be having other fun stuff happening along in the day.
Exactly.
Oh, okay
Right.
then. So, sorry.
So in terms of, all right, so you have the two categories there. How many persons, I know registration is over, but how many persons do you have
It's
registered?
24 persons, 24 participants,
Okay.
12 for each category.
Okay, and in terms of, I know you, while talking during the break, you were talking about inviting other persons.
Yes.
This is for the other activities that you have planned during the day, yes?
That's correct.
What are
Right.
these activities?
That's the sexual reproductive presentation. We also have a conflict management presentation that will be done by the Behaviors Modification Unit,
Okay.
which is with the DYS.
Right.
And also we will have the rights of a child from NCFC.
All right, so that's where this collaboration happens.
That's right.
Mr. Dawson, I want to bring you into this conversation here. How did the collaboration come about with DYS?
Well, as you know, we are pushing that multi-sectoral approach. And so the collaboration between the Leadership Intervention Unit and the Department of Youth Services is pushing for community activist groups. And so the Port AVP Innovators is one of those groups who was established through the training, the anti-violence training program, which is a cohort of the multi-sectoral approach. We're looking at the Cure Violence platform so that we can encourage community involvement at every level. And so we're very happy that Ms. Natalie and her group are really hitting the ground running with pro-social interaction, especially where youths are concerned.
Right.
And so we have several of these groups looking at forming community councils for the reduction of violence in the community.
Great.
So we're attacking crime and violence at every level, and more working on the youth in the different communities.
I love it.
That's
So, for
amazing,
people that, are listening right now and they're wondering, what this presentation is going to entail, could you give us, 2 points specifically that you're going to be tackling so they can know, you know what, I need to make sure I come out, or I bring my child, or I bring someone that can be able to benefit from this information?
Well, as Ms. Natalie said, some of the things that we're noticing is that there's a lot of conflict amongst young people, and so conflict management is key. And so these type of interactions help to build capacity and encourage coping skills and the management of behavior amongst our youth. And what better way to have adult mentors involved with this at every level. And so programs like these encourage the community to come out with, and we encourage parents to come out with their children. It's very important because there's a lot of young people around with nothing to do, and it's summer especially. And so programs like these are welcoming.
Essential.
Yes, and essential for the involvement of our young people. And so we're happy as well to partner with the NCFC, so this is big.
So, Marcos,
Yes.
NCFC now, how did NCFC get involved in
Well, NCFC is always involved with positive things for children, especially in terms of education and teaching them their rights. So, basic presentation on children's rights, 54 rights that I would present to them. One of the rights is actually that they have the right to a proper education and also to learn their rights. So for the kids that are not involved in the spelling bee and will be there, will be learning about their, their 54 rights.
Nice. So it's gonna be very jam-packed where they can every time there's not gonna be like a dull moment.
Yeah.
There's always gonna be either a presentation or you get that fun chance with like city spelling. But I know spelling bees could be intense because from my days back in the days.
Which was
Don't
too far away.
leave my back in the days, okay? My back in the days. So I'm thinking of the words that are gonna come out. And so could you tell us a little bit about maybe the schools that are being involved too? So people need to come out and support their young people because I know they will have a specific young person that you need to make sure you get his word correct. Like I'm writing for you, and I'm sure young people are gonna appreciate having their peers. Everybody does come out and have that sign or whatever because that fuels you, right?
Yes. Some of the schools that are involved, we have Bernice Yard. We also have Queen Square Muslim Primary School. We have St. John's Vianney. And we also, for the high school, we have Gwen Lizarraga. We also have Wesley College. There are many schools involved.
Oh, man.
All
So
right?
you have to come up
So
to
if you hear your
support.
school name, guys, make sure to fly out because you need to come up
Represent.
and big on the people. Oh,
Right.
Okay, so it's happening at the Jane Ushab playground.
Yes.
How many persons are you looking to accommodate?
Okay. It's 125, right? We will be right out there on the basketball court, and we also have supporters from within the community that will be there to help with the kids, to help man them and so forth. We also invite other persons that have basic first aid knowledge to come out and assist as well. The police department will be out there also assisting us in make sure safety is there for our kids.
I want to know I know we're kind of close to Friday, but is there any organization that can possibly reach out and say, if you have a space for me to do a presentation or to give, impart some knowledge, is that open for people too as well, or we're full to capacity right now?
At this point, we're full to capacity, right? But probably for the upcoming event that we're going to have, because our next initiative is the Back to School initiative, right?
Okay.
So we also want to say to our people out there to help support AVP, right?
Yes.
We are local members of the community that wants to do something positive, and at the end of the day, nothing runs through without funds, right? So if they want to donate, they can feel free to contact me at 615-1548 to assist with a lot of programs that we have planned,
Okay,
right?
great.
Yeah,
So this isn't the first. So you have programs throughout the year.
throughout the year.
And I'm sure they can check out your Facebook page too
Yes.
as well to be updated.
That's
I would
correct.
love for all of you guys to give your Facebook pages, so people can know, every single event. That's summertime. So I know NCFC, they do a
Always.
million and one things.
That's
like
right. So
the
you'll
young
see me
people
here
that
more
are the
often.
forefront.
Yeah.
So they're definitely, and I'm sure, Mr. Dawson, you guys are on the front too. DYS is doing their thing, and you're keeping the young people involved. So it's important that you guys follow these pages.
Right.
I have to ask though, because they were all their thing. We got food?
Yes, of course.
I don't know who I'll be the first.
I'm not be the person. I love be the person. I have no problem with it. We have food and drinks too because I
have.
need to wash it down. So.
Yes, we have food and drink. We won't have them out there without that,
Starving,
right?
yes, I know, because to spell their words, you get parched sometimes, to spell them.
I would just want to add special thanks to NCFC, also the Department of Youth Service. We have the Ministry of Home Affairs, the LIU as well.
Right.
Also Heritage Bank, all of those, and the National Library Service. They played a key part in putting these words together, as well as the sentence to assist us with the spelling bee. So special thanks to them and the community. We have persons from within the community that saw the initiative and said, hey, we want to do something, whether it's through manpower or sponsorship, they came through. So again, thanks, and thanks to you guys for having us as well.
No problem at all. I just want to ask because for people that are coming out to support, it was just a registration process, right? Where the schools submit a name for a student, or how was that process to get into the spelling bee directly?
What happened, most of the time we have persons that are already leaders within the community,
Okay.
right? So all we did through Port AVP is to contact these persons and say, hey, we have a spelling bee competition coming up, and we would need your assistance in ensuring that we get these kids registered and so forth, right?
Okay.
They just provide us with their documentation to say we're in school, and their parents just sign the form, the application form, and that's how it came about.
I love that.
I love it.
Get your spelling bee swarm together. Let's go.
I know, because here like a lot more projects that happen. So you could start going at the dictionary right now and start look up all kind of words, or just pay attention,
Learn.
like I said, to the Facebook pages to see. I'm sure if spelling bee enough for you, there are a number of different events I'm sure you're pouring out to
Yes,
people, and they can get involved in it. So as wrapping up, is there any final words you'd like to give to the viewers out there to remind them that they need to come out? Because Friday, they're right around the corner, you're blinking it there. So, Mr. Dawson?
Yes, well, asking that the port innovators get maximum support from the community, and feel free from other communities to come out and support as well. Because there's so much negative things happening out there, we want to highlight the positive things that are happening in these communities. And so we big up the port innovators for their initiatives and for their commitments, because most of these people are working class people as well. So it's like them taking on an extra load because of the love and commitment towards their community. And we encourage all communities to do the same. As I said, we have several groups that we're working with right now. And so we expect big things in the near future.
All hands on deck. You have to expect big things. We know we need to come together, and it's a force to be reckoned with. So you should be very proud. And so, Marcus, any final words?
And if you can't come out, you could follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and all our social media platforms. You're going to be updated as everything happens you want to see. NCFC.
So you're not get left out of nothing.
Poor Marcus was saying it all day.
All day, every day.
I love it. There's always a way to stay connected. I really encourage people, if maybe this is another event for you, there are going to be numerous events. Follow these pages, keep updated, and guess what? Message them and tell them about stuff where you want to happen
Exactly.
to.
Get
I'm
involved.
sure they're
Get
waiting
involved.
for your comment or your
course.
idea, and they'll make it take a live. So please message in, look in, and just be involved as much as possible. That's summertime. Now, not only partying, the other things could happen.
Yes, so.
That's right. That's right.
So with that, we thank you again for being here, and we go to our next commercial break.